back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemons, here to break down the latest trailer to What If Season 2. The 9 episodes are dropping one at a time from December 22nd to December 30th. Allegedly, the order will look like this. December 22nd, what if Nebula joined the Nova Corps? December 23rd, what if Peter Quill attacked Earth's mightiest heroes? December 24th, what if Happy Hogan saved Christmas? December 25th, what if Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster? December 26th, what if Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper? December 27th, what if the Avengers assembled in 1602? December 28th, what if Hela found the 10 rings? And December 29th, what if Cohorti reshaped the world? And December 30th, what if Strange Supreme intervened? I say allegedly because it might be shifting around, but the titles I think are still solid. Like Eric said in the last What If trailer breakdown, the show is not a disconnected Marvel Spotlight animated show. It's MCU canon, and not just because Peggy Carter showed up in the live action Multiverse of Madness, so just keep that in mind. And please support our channel further with our for all time always shirt of Loki with the Yggdrasil world tree at the nerdriot.shop. It's sick as hell. Okay, let's just get into this. So the trailer opens with the Watcher and Peggy Carter in New York City. Specifically, they're in Central Park, and that's the New York City skyline, baby. How do I know it's Central Park? That's bridge number 28, aka Gothic Bridge. Tons of movies and TV shows shot here, like Elf, which we have a breakdown on our channel. We'll put the link somewhere below me. Also, Enchanted, a lot of Marvel movies and TV shows at the New York landmarks. The Watcher says, "Let me tell you one of my favorite Yuletide stories." That's in my impression of him, and it's not good. So we know we're about to get into some Marvel holiday nonsense. The camera swivels from the autumn leaves of Central Park to the dark atmosphere at the end of time to Loki's Yggdrasil tree, decorated with Christmas lights and ornaments, and God, I bet he's disappointed, and the indignity, that is so rude. We saw this scene right here last in the trailer. Eric mentioned this is Hela walking in the rain up to the antlered headpiece. This would be from episode 7, What If Hela Found the 10 Rings? Then, with the quickness at the same shot, the same anger, but standing in the rain with the faded teal colors is Nebula. We know the first episode is December 22nd, What If Nebula joined the Nova Corps? I assume this is the Nova Corps helmet from the last trailer where we saw Nebula stepping toward Yondu's body, then taking off her helmet. This feels like the same shot, just, shortened. Same anger, and I love these cuts of the angriest women in the MCU. It's Gamora. She's looking to be like kneeling, and whatever light is beaming on her face must be from a prison-like cuff door. It's a perfect slit, or maybe a pilot ship door is closing. From the background being desolate and the cement flooring, I feel like she's being isolated right now, and she's in Asgardian armor. Then we get to Thor, also angry. A very angry trailer. This looks like the Shatari scepter that Loki uses. It could be the staff before the Mind Stone was placed in it. Then we cut to a very festive Tony Stark, a very angry festive Tony Stark on the phone. He looks to be on a Santa's throne with a fake mustache and beard falling off, so he's probably playing Santa somewhere. I assume this is in episode 2 or 3, What If Happy Hogan Saved Christmas? And I think our next clip is in the same episode, which is Avengers Tower in a snow globe. I think this is a decoration, as you can see the tree branches and festive stuff on the sides, but could you imagine if Wanda or someone uses their magic and puts them into like a snow globe like Strange did to Zola and Killmonger in episode 9? That would be horrible. We cut to Scott Lang saying ales all around chin chin, which is a toast. It means cheers in Mandarin. Now this is when it gets funky, and I kind of love it. It's clearly an old tavern, the wooden rafters, the Venetian type windows and decor. This could be Morsehead or probably Tyrol from the 1602 comics. In the background, a man and a woman are also having a drink. This man has either a shield or a cloak on, but the woman looks like Peggy Carter. I think this is the scene we see later in the trailer. This could be Steve or it could be Captain Britain. Peggy and the Watcher seem to be big parts of the trailers, closing with them in the first trailer and opening with her in this one. It feels like she could be looking into her own variant life, or it could just be in existence with her and Steve existing in 1602. From the last trailer, we see Ant-Man in the same getup fighting with a sword alongside the Steve or Captain Britain, still waiting to see by the shield. Then it says 12 Hulks a smashing. There's only 9 episodes, but if this isn't just a holiday wordplay, maybe we can see Hulk, She-Hulk, Hulk Son, or different versions of Hulk 12 separate times. I'm talking Hulk Serum, Hulk Offspring, giant green monsters who are jokingly referred to as Hulk. But then it cuts to the bearded Hulk literally smashing the hell out of a 1602 soldier. Hulk is not wearing his normal Hulk pants, but these button-up pantaloons are given a different time period. The background is also a cathedral-like arches. This could very well be a church. They spend a lot of time in the Inquisition Towers in the comics of 1602, so this could be there. Cut to 11 Howard's quacking, Howard the Duck making his return, the most beloved background character in the MCU, I'd say. Then we see Howard in this too good, so nice Rambo-esque look. The red scarf, the bullets draped over the shoulder, and a giant gun. And this gun looks like the one from the OG Howard the Duck movie, and boy, if it is, I'll just scream. The gun blasts are illuminating light so bright it's beaming off the top of his little duck head, but the colors are blue, and I'm keeping that noted just because we can piece together the episodes a little bit easier. Then we get to 10 Rings of Glowing. We know that that's the 10 Rings, baby. We know Hela's episode, What If Hela Found the 10 Rings, but this looks like Wenwu from the last trailer where he's fighting Odin. The episode is called Hela Found the 10 Rings. Doesn't mean that she discovered them. I say this because he's also wearing the clothes he wore at the beginning of Shang-Chi when he took over the castle and claimed it in the name of the 10 Rings. This scene cuts to Odin getting punched square in the face with the power of the 10 Rings, but all of this makes me wonder if if we're including the snippets we got from the first trailer, this scene, which probably takes place in the same spot, it looks like Hela is actually just fighting her father, and I believe with the training and what I assume is Ta Lo in the first trailer, she still becomes evil and works with Wenwu to take it over. Maybe like Shang-Chi, she ran away from her father, found Ta Lo, and alongside Wenwu is fighting to conquer everything. In Ragnarok, that's what she wanted. Odin wanted to stop it. Imagine the plot of Shang-Chi, but if Shang-Chi just turned into a bad guy. I'm sure there's a lot of theories to be made, but it would make sense seeing as Hela, without consent, is controlling the Great Protector later in the trailer. She's not only swooping in here with cultural appropriation, she's colonizing our gods. Then it says 9 episodes. We see more cyborg Rocket from the last trailer hopping on the shoulder of a dark elf with a bionic suit. It does look like the Collector's Vault, but what really gets me is we had Howard the Duck's Rambo, and this is giving Terminator. It's solely from the one red eye, but also being a cyborg. This looks like Groot or another Floral Colossus in the background with a ton of cyborgs as well. This scene looks like the same background from Strange's scene in the first trailer. Everyone fighting. This could be the finale episode. What if Strange Supreme intervened? Someone really does need to intervene. It's just chaotic. Everything's happening everywhere. Someone needs to clean it up. A mysterious vault teeming with danger and wonder has opened. Are you ready to embark on this secret journey to explore the relics and ruins? Now Magic the Gathering is letting you take on the role of legendary explorer Lara Croft with their new Secret Lair collaboration. This Secret Lair drop is awesome. It's got fan favorite cards like Shadow Spear and Academy Ruins with Tomb Raider inspired art, plus an all new mechanically unique Lara Croft Tomb Raider card. This drop is available exclusively through the Secret Lair website. It's got 6 cards total, plus a treasure token. And even better, the Secret Lair Tomb Raider drop is available now. Just click the link in the description below and get yours today. Then in drops Cohorti. This episode will explore what would happen if the Tesseract fell to Earth and landed in the Sovereign Haudenosaunee Confederacy before the colonization of America. If this is her landing on a colonizing ship, I will freak out. I will eat this episode up. We see her fighting them later on land, so she'll probably be taking these ships out one by frickin' one. God, I'm excited for her episode. We see a shot later of Cohorti stopping what might be bison. We see a lot of desolate places, but not really with this guy here. So I'm wondering if this is a different realm or place she's training with her powers. If she's messing up ships in the trailer, she better be prepared, so she has to lift these giant bison. I think she's just training. Then we see Ant-Man on a bunch of little flying ants. Now remember, from the last trailer, we're looking at Hank Pym's Ant-Man from the 80s, and this is the scene from episode What If Peter Quill Attacked Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And we already seen 80s Peter Quill. He's taking the small raccoon plushie at the carnival. The lights in the background of this scene are from that said carnival. Then, oh baby, I kind of went crazy for this. We see Red Skull in these old medieval clothes, and I'm so into this. This is the same scene we got from Hulk earlier in the trailer. He's wielding 2 medieval war axes. I think he's fighting the 1602 Bucky, and I think this is Bucky and not Tony Stark because of the blue eyes, but also the pattern on his arm is on the same arm as his bionic one, and it also has the same gold print to the ridges of that arm. Fighting Red Skull just seems so fun in medieval times. Voss speculated that this scene is in the same realm as Scarlet Witch scene from the first trailer. In the 1602 comics, they have a lot going on, especially in like kind of side stories and mutants. We see a lot of different people fighting for different things and the same things, and this could be the convergence of those people fighting. In the comics, I know we are protecting the queen for like a good chunk of it. This could be them protecting the queen. She dies. Then we see where the title holiday wordplay for this trailer comes from. Darcy stands in front of 2 large men who look completely irritated with her. You can see at the bottom, both men are holding her arm, so she's absolutely a hostage right now, on Christmas even. Oh, then we get a winking Thor in a Santa hat. We've now seen 2 Avengers in Santa hats, so they're probably appearing in the Happy Hogan Saves Christmas episode. We see the Nova suit for Nebula, and she's putting on Yondu's headpiece, so she's controlling the hell out of that arrow, but also prepped with Nova Corps skills. I'm wondering if the Nova Corps intercepted Yondu, or Yondu is just doing some like petty ass crimes on Xandar. The Watcher says, there are infinite stories to be told. I can't do the voice. Then we cut to Surtur. So Ragnarok must happen. We remember that from the movie. And this episode with Hela finding the 10 rings only gets more and more mysterious with the clips we see. Does she defeat him? But Ragnarok must happen, and maybe they lost Asgard and they're looking for a new home. There's just so many theories now that we see him wielding his like fire sword, smashing it into whatever is the ground. We know from the last trailer and Voss's breakdown that Bucky is included in the 80s Avenger lineup along with Hank Pym's Ant-Man, the de-aged Michael Douglas from the Ant-Man prologue, Wendy Lawson's Star Force, that's Annette Bening's scientist character from the 2019 Captain Marvel film, Black Panther's King T'Chaka, T'Challa's father from the 1991 prologue in Oakland in Black Panther, the first movie, Bill Foster's Goliath, and Thor. A lot of 80s references and people in this season of What If. Rambo, Howard, Terminator, Rocket, they literally have the most popular like icons of the 80s on the team. All you're kind of missing is Winona Ryder at this point. Then the Watcher starts shuffling the breaking glass, what separated him from the universe that Ultron Vision broke through last season. We see the shard of Thanos in the Collector. Then, I know I was freaking out about Red Skull, Cohorti, but this is my number 1 freak out. We see a poker table, and it's Groot, Korg, and Meek with a little hat slicing. They're playing rock, paper, scissors. This is truly the funniest thing I've ever imagined. Rock, paper, scissors with the embodiment of like the real rock, the real paper, and with those like meat cleavers that represent scissors. They're also just wearing basic casino wardrobes, nothing too close to what we've seen in Black Panther or even Madripoor, but this is absolutely a casino where they're playing rock, paper, scissors with themselves. Because we hear him later, we see him returning for the Christmas episode as Sam Rockwell's Justin Hammer. We'll see his jolly ass and happy saving Christmas most likely, but who is he saving Christmas from? This Grinch, who might be literally stealing gifts right now in the trailer? We see the Christmas tree and Iron Man socks, and let me tell you, no one wants socks for Christmas. It's been said, I'm saying it right now, you'll never get me the right size. I have big ass feet. Thor is going against the rock egos we saw in the trailer. I'm sure in this universe, Ego is currently planting himself on different planets, just like he did before. He just has Quill helping him this time. I assume Ego is doing most of the planting and not Quill because the dirt warriors on the terrain look like 80s Kurt Russell Ego. Another 80s icon returning in 80s form. What are we doing here? But Mjolnir is thrown through a cutscene into this orange-red area. This could be Odin. He has the same forearm, shield-like armor, and we know that he's one amongst like 5 people that can wield Mjolnir. Then we cut to Happy with some of Tony's Iron Legion suits. With the Christmas lights in the background, they're probably helping Happy during Christmas doing patrol or just setting up. Odin then shoots his sword to the heavens and unleashes a blast of fire. It feels like when he used Mjolnir to cast Thor out of Asgard in the first movie, but this blast is pointed up. It could be at Surtur, it could be against Wenwu. This is all kind of still up in the air because we're not getting a lot of shots of like what he's aiming at, what he's doing. It could be when Wenwu comes down on him, he could blast him into space. Then what everyone was waiting for, what if Strange Supreme intervene? This is probably Strange Supreme just intervening. The wallpaper from this episode looks like they could be in the Sanctum Sanctorum. He could be messing up someone else in that world. A close-up of Cohorti using her powers like a badass. I'm genuinely so excited for her episode. I cannot wait for this episode. We see Tony from the episode of What If Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster, Tony Stark in his makeshift Hulkbuster armor, then another from Happy Saves Christmas of another Avenger in Christmas gear. This looks like Captain America as an elf. So we have the scene of Tony as Santa and Steve as an elf. I think we're focusing on the basic everyone knows Christmas looks, and I'm sure we'll get like a nutcracker or a reindeer next, you know, those common ones. I also can't tell what he's dodging. I think they edited it out, so it's gonna be a surprise. Then it cuts to T'Chaka battling Ego's rock people. Captain Carter comes down with her shield in what looks like the forest, but I think this is the scene from the opening in Central Park. Then Thanos steps out of this like blue-purple portal in space, reaching out his Infinity Gauntlet. It looks like he has all the stones, but the middle one, which is the Space Stone, which we know in this season Cohorti would have. We see in the first trailer a scene of Captain Carter trying to step between Cohorti and Thanos, so he's come for those stones. And then we get Justin Hammer being a dum-dum in Tony's Hulkbuster outfit. So the last time we saw Justin was like, I believe in the Marvel's one-shot, All Hail the King. He's in prison reading Pepper's Forbes interview. If we play along those lines, he must have got out of prison and like reached the Avengers and I was fighting them during Christmas. I understand that these all come out around Christmas, but only one episode says Christmas in the title. So I assume any of the Christmas references are in the same episode. Darcy being held hostage, Happy and the Iron Legions, Elf, Cap, Santa, Thor, and Tony are all gonna be in the same episode with Justin in the Hulkbuster suit, because that's the Christmas episode. This is what I'm assuming. This is what I assume. And that's it for our second trailer breakdown on What If Season 2. There's so much going on. A lot of this stuff was in the first trailer, but there are a little extra nuggets in there for us. We're all getting ramped for the holidays. Even Marvel is. So I can't wait to see all those episodes drop one at a time and me to tell my mom to hush up when I'm watching it. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Lulu_Clemons. Follow New Rockstars. Subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love, and I'll see you in the holidays.